Good morning, student. Let us enter into the one more session of statistics. Here, first of all, we are going to revise previous article and then we will see some questions on that particular article. As I told you last time, article 1.5 is very important. Always question comes. So, little bit revision part, and then as I promised you last time, I did one or two examples just to check that formula, but today we are going to see some important question of exercise 1.2, but that afterwards always we revise the previous part. So, come on, let us revise the previous part. Article 1.5, what was that heading? Conversion of fixed base index number into chain base index number, and vice versa of that, chain base index number into fixed base index number. So, why it is required? That reason is very important. You should know that reason. Why we immediately question arises, we know chain base index number, we know fixed base index number, but why it is required? So, last time there is a paragraph in that textbook. I took 2 points from that. Reason for converting one into the another. One of the reason is sometime it is necessary to find out the index number for short term changes of values of variable. Then for that purpose, that fixed base is not proper. So, we have to convert it into a chain base. Formula already I told you. Just go through that formula. Today I will be using these two formulas for solving the exercise 1.2. So, what is first reason? To study short term variation, fixed base index number is changed into chain base index number. Why? Because fixed base index number is suitable for long term changes. So, we usually convert this, go through that formula which I told you. Now, second reason is sometimes it is necessary to compare the value of variable at a given period to the value of another period in a series of values of variable. It is possible only when chain base index number is converted into a fixed base index number. So, again reason you should know, these two are the reason. Formula already I told you, and I am going to use these two formulas. Last session, in a previous session, both the formulas I told you, and the whole chapter depends upon a formula, that also I told you. So, reason already I told you. One very important note is given in the just under this reason. That note is, if the base year is not mentioned or base year's value is not mentioned, and then you are asked to find the fixed base index number or in chain base index number, then what is given in that note? If the base year is not mentioned, then we will take chain base index number for first year as 100. So, that we did in one of the example also last time, and today we are going to do same thing in one of the question. So, come on, exercise 1.2, page number 18. It's like a regular question which comes from this exercise. So, what is given? That question you see in your book, it is given as a horizontal table with a year and index number of agriculture production. 2 blocks are given in your book. Now, one very important step is, as it is given that take base year as 2007. If you go through the year, 2007 is not mentioned. 2008 is given 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, but 2007 is not given, and in question it is given that take base year as 2007. So, as per this note, that is very important. Many times students are doing that mistake. Once they do not find a base year mentioned in the table, they take some other thing. So, take 100. Here you can mention at the top, base year is 2000. So, its index number is taken as a 100. That you can write in the beginning of this question. I have taken question number 1 only in the beginning, question number 1 of exercise 1.2. So, table is given year index number of agriculture production, and they are asking you to find the fixed base index number. Read that question carefully, either chain base index number or fixed base index number. So first question is find fixed base index number. So what is that formula? Chain base index number of current year multiplied by fixed base index number of preceding year, of previous year or a preceding year. This is that formula, multiplied by 100 and multiplied both and divided by 100. That I missed out. Everything, this two will be multiplied, everything will be divided with 100. This is that formula. Go through that formula. Now come on, calculation wise, here we got the index number of agriculture production for different years. So come on, first of all, 100 is taken for a 2007. So 100 multiplied by 100 divided by 100 of a formula. So first one, there is no problem, 100. Always I am telling you, in this chapter calculator is very necessary. So don't trust on my calculation, you just calculate by yourself. But first calculation is very obvious, 100 present current year's index number multiplied by that base year's index number divided by 100 as per the formula. So 100 will come. Then 110, then whatever the answer came earlier, preceding years. So 110, 100 again divided by 100. 100 and 100 gone. Here also 100 and 100 cancel. So here answer will be 110. There is no problem. Then in next 95, the current year, 110 of a previous year divided by 100. Now you calculate and get the answer. Whatever the answer comes, you write it here. Calculate by yourself only. This is just a rough calculation. Then next one is 108 into 104.50 divided by 100 always as per the formula. You will get 112.86. 112.86 multiplied by 120 divided. So just you put everything in the formula. Last two is also similar. So this type of question we expect for 3 marks. Only one important step is the base year's index number is not given. So note is important. You take it as 100 for a calculation and you calculate. Now we will go for a next question. Now let us do question number 3. I selected question number 3 from exercise 1.2. Now it's a different type of question. After doing question number 1, where we found a chain base index number, now it is for fixed base index number. So go through that question. Question number 3 is given in your book. The values are given month wise. An index number of a food is given. 2 columns are given in your book. See that values month wise it is given, not year wise. So months are January, February up to October. So months are given and corresponding index number of food is given. Now they are asking you to find chain base index number. Earlier we found fixed base index number. So see that formula which I told you in the previous session. Fixed base index number for current year I told you, but here data are given for a month. So you can modify that formula. Chain base index number, fixed base for current month, fixed base index number for preceding month. Change that year from month, means replace that year by month. So formula is changed, and don't forget to multiply with 100. Last time we divided, this time we are going to multiply. Always students are doing that mistake, so be careful. Now it's very easy. Put the corresponding values, you will get the answer. But for the first one, take it as 100. For a 271, you take it as 100 and then go for a calculation. For second one, the current values for a given month is 270 divided by 271 previous year multiplied by 100, and calculate yourself with the help of calculator. Don't see in my calculation, use that calculator. So 99.63 according to me. Then 268 current area value and previous current month's value, and 270 is previous month. So 268 divided by 270 multiplied by 100, around it comes 99.26. Now here there is no problem, both the values are same. Current value 268, preceding values 268 multiplied by 100, so 100 will come. So go on doing this calculation till last. For example, last one is current value for a current month is 299, the previous month is 293 multiplied by 100. So you will get 102.05. So first of all, prepare this table vertical wise. See what they are asking you to find. Earlier we found fixed base index number. Now we found chain base index number. Always you write formula here and be careful whether it is month or year, and then calculate successively. You will get the answer. So question number 1 and 3 I did. 2 example also last time I did. Now remaining 2 questions you try to do it. Nothing new is given in that 2 questions. You can do by yourself. If you have any problem, you can tell me afterwards. Now suddenly we are starting into the one very important part of, we are entering into the one very important part of this chapter. If you don't get the question on a previous topic, so in a coming topic, certainly you are going to get the question. The whole chapter revolves around last 3 topics which we are going to do successfully. So today I am picking out one of the topic. What is that heading? Specific formula for computing index number. Now there are 2-3 formulas, specific formula for computing index number. So first formula and first method today I am telling you, method of weighted average. Remember 11th class, we found the weighted mean, means for each and every article weightage was given and we were finding the weighted mean. Here method of weighted average for index number. So one general formula is given in your book. I is the general formula for index number. Sigma is the summation I capital and index number, and ith is the term. So sigma ith term, wi means weightage of that ith term divided by total sum of a weightage. Usually students and myself, we are going to prefer this formula. It will be easy for us to remember. So general index number I is equal to sigma IW, W stand for weightage of that variable or a article divided by sigma W. Now let me support this formula with one question. Let us see one example on this formula. Now let me support that specific formula for index number with one question of exercise 1.3. First of all, for revision, what is that formula? The specific formula for general index number is sigma I into W divided by sigma W. This is specific method for index number for weighted or weighted index number. It's a specific method. So I am supporting that formula with the help of question number 1. So I picked up one question from exercise 1.3. It's the easiest one, question number 1. Sometimes this type of question comes for 2 marks. This is the easiest one. Now what is given in this question? Items are given. Item may be anything. Here they use the letter A, B, C, D, F for item. Then weightage is given. Weightage for each and every item is given. This is important. This is new thing. And then percentage price, relative price or index number of that relative price of each and every item is given. So if you write W here, if you write I, then this question becomes very easy. First of all, you sum up all the weightage. So here 5 plus 10 plus 10 plus 30 plus 20 plus 25. If you sum it up, it comes equal to 100. So you got the denominator value for that formula. Now this is important, I into W. Here the I is already given, W is already given. So multiply corresponding values and check the values with the help of calculator. Don't trust on my multiplication. So 290 multiplied by 5, it will be 1450. Just check that value. Then 315 into 10. So 3150. Check the values with the help of calculator. Similarly 30 into 3000, 280 into 10. 315 into 20, 320 into 25, you multiply corresponding values and you find the sum of it. So you will get sigma IW 30700. You got a sigma W 100. Now what is that formula? I is equal to sigma IW divided by sigma W. As soon as you put the value, since it's the easiest question, 0 will be cancelled by the denominator 0. Answer will be 307. Sometimes they are asking you to find the increase in the values with the reference value of that price. So suppose the reference value of price is 100, so increased value will be, you can support your answer with the last step. Don't forget to write last step. So increased values of an item will be 307 minus 100 is equal to 207. Do one or two examples from your textbook. Some new method I am going to tell you in a coming session. Okay, thank you for today.